Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who's on the other end? Oh, Gabe. Okay. Hi, Gabe. As soon as those guys break their meeting. We're hot now. Huh?
I got a new follower on Twitter.
Oh, I wonder who.
Oh, Gary.
That's awesome. I thought you were talking about me.
I got yours too.
Country music is so funny. Good afternoon, baseball fans. I hope you can hear me over the country music that's blaring out just up above me. But just want to let you know, hey, this is Game 5 of the 380 Baseball Invitational. Today, the Scots are at McKinney North High School to take on the Wildcats of Plano. Maybe a revenge game over last night's basketball game played at a neutral site down at SMU. Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Davis, along with cameraman Matthew Bryce, Gabe Scott back in the broadcast center to bring you the game this afternoon. Plano comes in 3-0-1 in the tournament. The Scots are 2-2. Plano has defeated McKinney North 2-1. They tied Wakeland 6-6, and they beat Odessa Permian 14-2 and Southlake 3-0 for the Scots. They beat Saxe 10-0, Southlake Carroll 4-3. They lost to Prosper yesterday 9-1, and to Cedar Park Vista Ridge 1-0. Even with that 9-1 loss, I got to say the Scots have had some great pitching. Their starting pitching has been just phenomenal. One blow-up inning, and even those runs weren't necessarily all earned. Not in my unofficial book. And Sam Webster, probably the performance of the weekend thus far, with the complete game victory over what was then the defending state champions in their first game back from the offseason. Now, today, Charlie Kincaid's on the mound to take on the Wildcats. I'll run down the Wildcats order. Body is going to lead it off, followed by the Fergens brothers, the left fielder and the shortstop. That'll be the first three batters here in the inning. Plano comes out of District 6 6-6A, and of course the Scots are in 7-6A. And here comes the first pitch from Kincaid. Check swing, called strike. Good start for Kincaid. I'll set the defense after this pitch. Another strike. Pryor at third, Schneider at short, Lashkowski at second, Hickman at first, Chan, Rourke, and True around the outfield. Parker Stevens the catcher, and Kincaid, of course, on the mound. Breaking ball going to miss up and away with that one. Check swing foul, out of play. So after the Fergens brothers, it'll be Hung, Dethridge, Pasinka, Mathis, Begay, and Jones. If you're keeping score at home, that'll help you keep your book. Takes one down at the shoes. You see the Scots are wearing a new uniform today. Darker socks and tops and hats. Breaking ball foul back. Been wearing the powder blues. Somebody said, it looks like UCLA walking in here. That was what I heard yesterday at Prosper. Kincaid squares his delivery and breaking ball, strike three on the swing. One down, that'll bring up Logan Fergens, the left fielder. His brother Peyton is on deck. I'm just calling them brothers. They could be cousins, I'm not sure, but I'm going to call them brothers. Ball misses up high. Confirmation, they are brothers. From our new buddy Chris. Kincaid misses just a little outside on that one. We had a generous umpire a couple of days ago that that would have been a strike. He had a wide outside zone. Fastball tapped foul. Keep up with Scots Baseball all year long. ScottsIllustrated.com, Twitter at HP Scots Baseball. You can also catch us at Game On Sports on YouTube and Game On Sports Productions. And keep up with me. I'm following the Scots all year at Rob Game Guy 19. Fastball up and away. I just created that Twitter account, and I followed all the baseball players. I followed our cameraman, Matthew Bryce, Tyler Presley, a couple of the coaches. Ground ball towards third, going to go foul. Breaking ball, called third strike on the inside part of the plate. Froze the batter, and he took a look at strike three. That'll bring up Peyton Fergens, the shortstop for the Wildcats. Coach Yoder was a Wildcat. Played at Plano. There's a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. And yesterday's coach Garver from Vista Ridge Cedar Park was also a Wildcat and also coached there for a couple of years. That pitch is down for a ball. Plano kind of the center of the baseball universe for us the last couple of days, and now here we are playing the Wildcats. That pitch misses down and in. Up a little high. See Kincaid with the classic windup. Well, not classic. He's not taking the big step back, but squares his shoulders, his knees, his hips, and then turns to the side, gets the kick. Ground ball towards first. Hickman is right there. One big hop and the third big out. So 3 unassisted on that one. We're scoreless going to the bottom of the first. This is Highland Park Scots Baseball on Game On Sports.
Coming in today.
Yeah, there's not much of it, though.
Not like last week.
Yeah.
Flags.
Yeah. And going to the bottom half of the first, here's the batting order for your Scott / Kowski, Chan, True, Flashnick, Stevens, Schneider, Hickman, Pryor, and Rourke. Very similar to the lineup they had yesterday. Lashkowski takes one up high. Been on base a lot, as many walks as hits, I believe, in the first 4 games. Ground ball going to go foul. Bryce, the only sophomore listed on the varsity. I'll have to check Charlie Kincaid. He might also be a sophomore. I'm not sure. I will check. I'll set the defense for you in a second. Foul ball back. For the Wildcats of Plano, Fergens in left, Jones center, Hung in right. Mathis at third, the other Fergens at short, Blassingame at second, Pasinka at first, Deathridge behind the plate, and Begay on the mound. Swing and a miss. Oh, Bryce expanded the zone, reached outside, swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll bring up Matty Chan. In the games we played at Rock Hill, Matty hit one of the harder balls we saw all weekend. Top spin on it, going down the right field line for a double. takes that one outside. I'm going to start bugging Bobby Leidner for statistics after this game. So next week I'll have nothing but stats all the time. That one's up high. I don't know if he compiles them, but he's the one I get them from. So, and that's a chore, folks. Keeping stats for a baseball team. That is a chore. Could be a love. There's a pitch for a strike. 2 balls and a strike now to Matty. Ball in the air, probably playable for third or catcher. Oh. There was contact. Catcher Deathridge made contact with the ball, and then his padding made contact with the third baseman, Mathis. They must be made out of rubber. They got up, and they're walking back to their positions. That was a pretty good collision, and only one of them wearing pads. But they're back and ready to play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chan. Oh, and Chan takes one for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. Pair of strikeouts for Begay. And here comes Jack True. Had a hit in each of the first 3 games. Yesterday in game 4, he reached on a fielder's choice, had a sac bunt and a strikeout, ending his 3-game hitting streak to begin the season. See Begay from the stretch. Ball's fouled back. It's nice to see a bunch of people here today. Got some new faces that we haven't seen yet this year. 3 days. There's another foul back. And some familiar faces. See the Trues and the Hoovers, the Flashnicks. Of course, Greg Stevens is always here. Gotta love that. Ground ball towards second. Blasingame. Nice body control to make the scoop, the turn, and the throw, and that will retire the side. Before we get much further, I want to say happy birthday, happy 80th birthday to Lala Hoover sitting over here in the stands. So happy birthday, Lala. 80 years young. Eamon's grandmother. Scoreless at the end of 1 on Game On Sports. Charlie Kincaid back out for the 2nd inning. Clean sheet in the first. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Same thing for Begay of the Wildcats. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch, good fastball for a strike, upper into the zone. This is hung. On deck is the catcher Deathridge, followed by the first baseman Pasinka. Breaking ball, grounded slowly to Lashkowski. He makes A soft throw to first for the first out, one down. That brings up our catcher, Deathridge. A little bit of excitement last inning. Almost running over his third baseman on a foul ball. No harm, no foul. Just a foul ball. Ended up getting the out. Kincaid, breaking ball. Good pitch, good first pitch. Gets a check swing. Umpire says he went. Quickly 0-2. The weather is a lot better today. Still not necessarily baseball weather. And with the rain earlier today, it's still a little cool and humid. Not swinging a miss, strike three. Not a lot of wind today. Good pitch outside by Kincaid, getting Deathridge to expand the zone and get strike three. That brings up Pasenka, the first baseman. There's almost no wind at all here today. This is exactly where we were last week for a scrimmage. First pitch from Kincaid's way outside. And the wind was blowing out. And we saw a batting practice home run or two, and then had one in the game as well. Kincaid squares and kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Mathis on deck if we get that far. Oh, breaking ball on the corner inside. Kincaid's throwing nothing but strikes. Fastball and off speed. Scots have a deep pitching staff. Just outside. A lot of the fielders were ready to come in and take their cuts, but that ball was outside. Don't have the radar gun on him today. Don't know how hard he's throwing, but he's got a little bit of giddy up on his fastball. Breaking ball down the third baseline. Pryor can't make the play. Did it hit the bag? Looked like a higher hop than what you would have thought. Up over Pryor's head. My book is unofficial. I'm going to say E5. Again, my book is unofficial, and I'm a lot of old school. Here's Coach York out to talk to his pitcher. Well, I'm going to circle one bagger because the official scorer has given the Wildcats a hit. And now Kincaid will go from the stretch for the first time today. Brooke Mathis, the third baseman, stepping in. Throw over to first. Quick turn and throw. You never want to show your best move on the first move. Just an average lead at first base. A step and a half or two. Kincaid misses outside with the first pitch. Another throw to first. Kincaid bounces a fastball that gets away from Parker Stevens. That allows Pasinka to go all the way to second. Charlie calls time and adjusts his socks. There's a line drive base hit into left. Let's see if we get a play at the plate. They're going to hold the runner. Throw comes all the way through. Stevens has to come up the line to get it. And the runner stays at first. So back-to-back hits, if you want to believe the official scorer, by Pasinka and Mathis. That brings up the pitcher, Begay. Runner faked going, gets called strike. Stevens came up ready to throw. Kincaid over to first. First and third with 2 outs. Kincaid now delivers, gets a strike there. The umpire says there's 2 strikes. The scoreboard says it's 1-1. Just letting everybody know. See if the runner takes off here. He does not. Ball in the air to shallow center. Adam Rourke draws a bead, and he's got it, and that will retire the side. Kincaid had to throw a few extra pitches after giving up the 2-out hits, but he gets the out, and we go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports. To the bottom of the second we go. Carter Flashnick, Parker Stevens, and Charlie Schneider do up this inning for the Scots against the Wildcats. Begay struck out 2 in the first inning, one's looking, one swinging. Flashnick had a couple of hits in the doubleheader yesterday. Ball well hit to left. Left fielder's going back just in front of the warning track. Hauls it in, and there's 1 down. Didn't quite hit that one hard enough. That'll bring up Parker Stevens. At this ballpark last week with the wind blowing out, he hit one just to the left of the flagpole in left center field. See if he can duplicate that feat today. That ball misses up high. Begay bounces that one in. Swinging a ground ball to short. Fergans up and across the diamond, and there's two down. I'll bring up Charlie Schneider. Been playing shortstop and third base. Even got an inning in on the mound yesterday. Nice, clean 1-2-3 inning. Curveball lifted on the infield. Third base and catcher again colliding, and this time it's Mathis making the play. Quick inning for the Scots. We go to the third, scoreless on Game On Sports. What do you throw, 5 pitches, 6? If that many.
Like 5 or 6. That's definitely a home run last year.
First batter hit it on the first pitch.
Right.
And then it was 2 and a second batter.
So he threw 4.
You know, if we could get that ratio the whole day, just somebody has to hit one of them for a solo home run. We'd be out here in an hour.
Just talking about Kevin Brand.
I keep checking my phone because sometimes it has something to do with the show, but there's people in my house going around my door. Going to the third, Charlie Kincaid back out, gave up a pair of singles last inning. He has 3 strikeouts also through 2 innings. This is Jones, the center fielder, completing one time through the lineup for Kincaid. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Just misses inside there. That misses outside. So the Wildcats are coached by Rick Kramer. It's his 3rd year as the head coach. His assistants are Austin Cook, Terry Burnett, Mark Chilavetis, and Sam Wallace. I could be mispronouncing one of those. Ground ball towards second. Lashkowski, he's been busy today. Gets that one over to first. And that's one down. Back to the top of the order. Body again. Was a strikeout victim his first time swinging. Last year, the Wildcats were 11-15, 5-9 in district. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 names on their returning starters. Strike to Body. He's one of those 11 returning starters. He was first team all-district last year. He's a senior outfielder and pitcher. Also Eli Hung, Ethan Hemby, Hayden Driver, Tyson Hall. Ball foul back. Deathridge the catcher, Will Kriska, Zane Pasinka, Peyton Fergans, Jax Jordan, Jackson Miles. Lots of returning starters. You got to think the Wildcats stand a chance to better their 11-15 record from last year. Kincaid delivers fastball foul back. Kincaid starting game 5 here. Starting pitching has been really good this weekend for the Scots. Stamel took a loss yesterday, but those 2 runs he gave up were on the 2-out fly ball that was mishandled, allowing the 2 runs to score, turning the score around from 1-0 to 2-1. That ball is flied out to Matty Chan, and that's 2 down. To bring up Logan Fergans, who was caught looking at a strike his first time up. Of course, yesterday's second game, Caden Liner was matching the All-State pitcher from Cedar Park Vista Ridge, just allowed the 1 run and took a 1-0 loss. Ground ball Pryor crosses body to the infield, to the first baseman, and 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Highland Park Scouts baseball on Game On Sports. These game notes, I can't get the game notes in if I keep playing fast. No one there last week.
Yeah, but it went on.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I know you have to get another hit.
Yeah. Yeah. And only 4 pitches last inning, so it's only the third. Going to the bottom of the third inning. Matthew just pointed out to me there's a pitch counter out in left center field in front of the flags. And through 2 innings, Begay has only thrown 17 pitches. We were trying to figure out if it was 4 or 5 pitches he threw last inning. We think it was 4. Here's A.C. Hickman. First pitch swinging. Hickman had the big 2-run double against Southlake that started the comeback. Ground ball towards second. Blassingame makes the play to first, and there's 1 down. Bring up Jake Pryor. Jake's played a lot of third base first few games. Go well. Started the year with 2 hits and a walk. Fouls that one back. Swing and a miss of that ball down. Well, the pitch counter hasn't changed, so don't know how true it is. And that misses outside. 2-2. Oh. Looked like a cut fastball and right down the plate. Pryor is caught looking, and there's 2 down. That brings up Adam Rourke, the Stanford football commit, or signee, I guess. He's signed with them now. Swing and a miss, a high fastball. Two balls and a strike. Ball well struck down the left field line. We're going to go foul. And Adam had to get out of the way of the catcher on the throwback after he got the ball from the ump. So 2-2 with 2 outs. Line drive towards short. Fergus is able to get to it before it hits the ground, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on. We've completed 3 very fast innings. We are scoreless on Game On Sports. Stephen's going to get the rest of the day off. That's got to be Ben Woodward, right? Yeah. Got his name on his jersey. Oh, I guess they all did. Okay.
Everybody has a name, so PK.
Judge Ellison at first. Who else is different out there? Yeah, he started the first game. So through 3 innings, scoreless, we've got a couple of defensive changes for the Scots. Ben Woodward now catching, Judge Ellis now at first. I don't see any other changes. I think that's it. So Charlie Kincaid back out on the mound. Ground ball to first. Going to try Ellis right off the bat. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ellis started the first game on the mound this year. 4 shutout innings. Combined in that game for the shutout with Eamon Hoover. Here is Hung, who grounded out to second his first time up. Charlie's first pitch is a little outside. When we saw the defensive changes come in, I noticed Ben Woodward had his name on the back of his jersey, and Matthew points out that everybody except Charlie Kincaid has their name on the back of the jersey. There's a shown bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Hung, the number 4 batter and right fielder. Kincaid a little bit more deliberate than some of the pitchers we've seen this weekend. Good breaking ball for strike 2. Have you seen any of the pitch clock mess-ups in Major League Baseball after 1 day of exhibition play? They had a couple yesterday. That'll be a point of contention. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring up Deathridge, the catcher who was a strikeout victim his first time. 4 strikeouts now here in the 4th inning for Charlie Kincaid. He has allowed the 2 hits. One I called an error, but they gave him a hit on the scoreboard. Those 2 hits are to the next 2 batters, if we get that far, Pacinka and Mathis. Just misses outside. Didn't mean to swing. Ball made contact with the bat. Foul ball. There's a hawk flying up high above the field. Looking for a field mouse or two. Won't find it on this turf there, Hawky. Breaking ball inside for strike 2. Charlie's had good command of his pitches today. Just a bit outside. Check swing, they're not going to ask. So full count now with 2 outs. Oh, just down, and that's a walk. That's the first walk of the day Kincaid has allowed. He's just a little north of 50 pitches. And since that was Deathridge, the catcher, he'll get a special pinch runner. Don't see his number yet. 5, maybe? Which would make him Tyson Hall. That brings up Pacinka, who hit the ball that I called an error, and they called it a hit on the scoreboard that Jake Pryor could not handle at the third baseline. Throw over to first really quick. Hall is back. We have 3 Hawks and a small plane over the field now. Kincaid up and away. Kincaid misses outside again with that one. 2-0. Going to catch the corner and a check swing. 2 balls and a strike now to Pacinka. There goes the runner. Ball in the air to right. Would have been an easy play for the second baseman, but it's going to fall for a hit because Lashkowski was covering second, and that is a clean hit for Pacinka. That'll bring up Mathis, the third baseman, who also had a hit his first time. So, second time today, runners first and third for the Wildcats. Breaking ball from Kincaid for the strike. I think that's Jack Wall now playing right field for the Scots. That ball misses up high, 2-1. So that takes True out of the order. That pitch misses up high. 3-1. Hitter's pitch. Runner probably won't be going here. He's not. Breaking ball. Nice pitch from Charlie. That's a fastball count. Batter was looking fastball, swung through the breaking ball. Now it's 3-2. Runner should go. There he goes. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Good comeback from Kincaid to shut that down. We've completed 3.5, and it is scoreless. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports. Going to the bottom of the fourth. Scots are still looking for their first base runner, as Bigay has been perfect through the first three. Jacob Bigay. Swinging a foul back. Lashkowski, the first of 3 strikeout victims so far for Bigay. That misses up high. Bigay came into the inning at 29 pitches. Charlie Kincaid, 64 pitches through 4. Oh, going to say the check swing went enough for a strike. And we're 1-2 to Bryce Lashkowski. Scoreboard says 0-3. That's going to miss up high. 2-2 now. Fouled past third. Coach York. Oh, set your toes now, Coach. Coach Yoder. What do I call him? York. Oh, swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. Brings up Colin Cornell. Hitting in place of Matty Chan. He fouls that first pitch off. Swinging another foul back. That ball bounces in. Cornell hitting for Chan here. Jack Wall on deck for True, getting everybody into the lineup for the tournament. Hard hit ball just going foul down the left field line. Got to have balls to play. Coach says, or umpire says, we need some more baseballs. Cornell keeps fouling them off. Time at the plate. Cornell choking up a little bit on the bat at 1-2. And he takes strike 3. 5 strikeouts now through 11 batters for Begay. And that brings up Wall. Jack Wall. He hit the ball really well in the scrimmages. Takes the first pitch up and in. 2-0 to Jack. Three and 0. Looks like Carter Flashnick is on deck, hitting in his spot. There's a strike. 3-1 now. Ball in the air, shallow center. 3 people converge on it. Nobody can get to it. It drops. That's the first hit and base runner for the Scots today. Just the right spot. Center field, shortstop, second base. None of them could get to it. Falls in between them. And the Scots have a base runner. 2 outs now. Here's Carter Flashnick. Hit a ball pretty well to left. Not a lot of carry to it. Caught just in front of the warning track his first time up. Misses down and in. Throw over to first. Wall is back. Begay finds the inside corner. Ball and a strike. The scoreboard operator's a little off from time to time. Begay quickly comes set and delivers the pitch, and Wall takes second base. So a hit and a stolen base this inning for Jack Wall. And now there's a duck on the pond with 2 outs for Carter Flashnick. We think the count is 2-1. That ball gets away from the catcher back to the backstop, and Wall takes third base easily.